welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Cara and I make videos every single week, and today's video is going to be a collab with another YouTuber called Victoria, or she's also called My Books and Me, and today we're going to be doing a top 5 mystical kind of Halloween-y mystery collections. Now, I read a lot of romance books because I am a soft person at heart, but I've gone through my books and I've picked out my top 5 favourite series or books that are kind of mystical and would be perfect to read at this time of the year. So if you'd like to see what I am going to tell you, then please keep watching. The first one is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. Now this book is about a boy called Connor who every night at around 12:06 wakes up and has the same dream about his mum being, like, he needs to save her, and every time he wakes up just before she's about to die. And in the book the boy's mum has a terminal illness and he dreams that this tree is the one who comes and saves her. Now this starts to come true, and the tree actually is the one who tells him stories, and they are true stories that help him think about how his life is going. And in the end, the last story, the fourth tale, is Connor's story, and throughout the whole book it's all about how he doesn't have a story, but in the end you find out his truth about what you kind of learnt through the story. And this is a great book. It's actually been made into a movie with Liam Neeson, who is the monster. It's like a CGI, but he's the voice of the monster, and it's absolutely beautiful. If you haven't seen it, definitely check out the movie, but read the book first. It's really short. There really isn't that many words on the page, so it's quick read, but it's beautiful. So this is Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. So my next series is one you may or may not know from my other book reviews, and it is the Red Queen series with Red Queen, Glass Sword and King's Cage. As you can see, I'm currently reading King's Cage. But this series is about a girl called Mare who is a red, and in this town there's reds and silvers. Reds are kind of the workers, the poorer people, and the silvers are the kings and all the fancy higher up people. And Mare is found to have red and silver properties, so she has special powers, and this series is all about how she goes about fighting the population, fighting the power, becoming someone who is a symbol of hope and rebellion. And it's such a beautiful series. If you haven't seen my review on these, on Red Queen and Glass Sword, then definitely check them out. They're on my channel, and it is such a great series. There's actually a fourth one coming. I can't think of what it's called right now, but Red Queen is just, it's a book about hope, but it's still mystical because there's powers and there's always different kind of things, so definitely check out Red Queen series. The next recommendation is the Maze Runner series. This is the Maze Runner, Scorched Trials, Death Cure and Kill Order. Kill Order is actually a kind of spin-off from the first book before it all happens, and this series is about a guy called Thomas. You may have probably seen the movies. Read the books. Read books are so much better than the movies. I'm not a big fan of the movies. They kind of killed Scorched Trials and they're gonna ruin Death Cure. That's my favourite book, but it's about a boy called Thomas who's the main character, and he gets dropped into a place called the Maze, and it is like a big ass farm with a maze and a group of all other kids. They have no memories of who they were before they started. They got dropped in here. And this series is all about them finding out who made the maze, why the maze was made, the different kind of things they all like start remembering, and it's such a good series. I thoroughly enjoy these books. As I said, if you've seen the movies, read the books, you'll enjoy it 10 times more. But I absolutely love these books, and they'll always be one of my favorites to read. My next recommendation, I don't actually have the first book of because I read it quite a while ago and I actually borrowed the book. But this is the Shiva series, and this is the second book called Linger and the third book called Forever, which I don't have the sleeve to, and I don't know why. But this series is about, what is the name? About a girl called Grace, and Grace starts to see wolves in her backyard, and there is one in particular who kind of gains an interest in her, and this wolf's name is Sam. Now Sam is able to turn into a human, and it's all about how they go about how it's a wolf and he turns into a human, and it's just a great story. I absolutely love these books, and one thing I love about these books is the first one is actually blue, and all the books have the writing the same colour as the spine, and this was such a great series. Maggie Stafita is such a great writer. If you haven't heard the Shiva series, definitely pick it up. It's really underrated. I've hardly seen anyone talk about it, and they're such beautiful stories. And I feel like I'm gonna have to read them again one day. And my last book in the recommendation is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Now this was made into a movie last year. This is the first book out of 3. The second one is called Hollow City and Library of Souls, which is the third book. This book is about a boy called Jacob who has been told by his grandfather for years and years and years about this house that he grew up in, where there was a girl who could have fire, who was invisible, who could fly, and all these things, and he never believed them until he visits the place where the house was, and he begins to meet them all, and they're stuck in a loop. And basically they're stuck in the year, what year is it, 1950 or something. They're stuck in a loop, and every day it resets before their house gets bombed. And this is similar to the movie. There is a lot in the book that it isn't in the movie, obviously. I think the second book has a lot more of the movie. This is probably, I reckon, halfway, not even, to where it goes. But I absolutely love this. I read it when I didn't have any books to read. I was waiting for some to arrive, and it was absolutely beautiful. Jacob was such an annoying character at the start, but then I grew to love him and grew to love all the different characters, Olive and everything. And so if you haven't read Miss Peregrines, definitely check it out. It is a great read. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this little list. If you'd like to see what Victoria is going to recommend, I'll leave her video in the description below and also on the end card as well. So thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, I make videos every single week, and I shall see you next week. Bye!